This is Chip's great mushroom adventure. He's got his coal cooking his water.
You have the movie going?
I do.
Okay, that's sterilizing my hands. Oh, I gotta do it again because
You're beautiful.
I'm vanitized.
Okay.
Vanitized, something like that. Hey, this is 180 degrees. I've been cooking this about 3 hours. That's how it got to be up to 180 degrees. Let me show you how you measure it. It starts at 100, and I got it cooking this time. I'm about up to 190. That was, this little batch over here was 180 degrees. Okay, let me tell you basically what we're doing. This is going to be the medium for the mycelium to grow in. The mycelium essentially is going to turn into mushroom. This is called golden mushroom. There's white oyster mushroom, there's pink oyster mushroom, there is yellow oyster mushroom. Okay. This is yellow that we're working with. Yesterday I'm working with elm oyster. That's right here. 915. Essentially, all we do is just sprinkle the spawn over it, like I've done here. I take the top off. I'm about up to here. See this little sawdust? That has the spawn in it that will turn into mycelium, which is a kind of a cobwebby thing that goes throughout the medium, which in this case is hay. Mediums are hay, hardwood sawdust, hardwood chips, t-shirts that are cotton, beet hulls, anything that has nutrition in it that the spawn can feed off of. Alright, you got elm. You got golden. Let me take you over here and show you how you process this. There's two ways to process it. Thanks to Greg, I went back to my notes. You got to get it up to at least 160 degrees. That pasteurizes it. So what I did here was I wrapped it all, and as I built up my layers, I sprayed it down. So then I keep putting my thermometer in. See what I told you? We're at 180 right here. That is perfect. That's as hot as you need to get it. Actually 160 pasteurized, they say that's it, we're there. This hasn't gotten up more than 130. And that's the outside there. We'll check it right now. The lower bales haven't really reached that. So I'm a little concerned that I stacked them too high, in spite of the fact that I took a different spin on this. I think I should have packed them and stacked them no higher than too high. What I did was, at too high, I took out the middle of two bales, right in the very middle of it, and I put in an oil heater. The old-fashioned ones that are like, you know, against the wall. If you're from up north, you know what I'm talking about. And this has been going, I put this in on the 5th. What is this, the 15th? Yeah, for 10 days this has been cooking. I don't know if the heater has, you know, exacerbated the condition of the heat and brought it up or not. But just while I was out scavenging for some buckets that I'm going to be using, old landscape buckets to do my containers, I got to thinking to myself that I probably need to take just 2 layers and put it down here, shorten it, and then cover it up with more black paper. Because what's really freaky is as I pull out a bale, I put it up to my face. It's somewhat steamy, somewhat moist, but not anything like this, the edges. Compared to weight here. At any rate, I could put about 1/3 of a bale in this pot and cook it up. That's about what it'll hold. Right now, I'm burning coal for no reason. I got plenty of already sterilized hay on the table. When you walked up, I was, you know, applying it, putting it into the containers that I'm going to use to grow out of. So, basically speaking, this is weird. 17 years ago, this house had a coal furnace in it. All 1929 homes in this neighborhood have coal furnaces. Matter of fact, they all had gutters around the bottom. and a pump. So they just concluded, they concurred with the fact that they would flood. And as they flooded in these gutters, you know, the trigger, the float would trigger the pump, and it would pump the water out. Anyhow, that's getting off another whole tangent. Where was that? So I dumped out all this coal. The first day I was going like, well, this coal, and I kicked this back to see if there's any bugs for my chickens, because I keep my chickens during the day. Bugs not. As you can see, not very many, because I already had this up. But these little guys here, they're wonderful. I call them armadillo bugs, but I'll give you the name of them in a second. Okay, anyway, here's all this coal, and I've been dragging wet wood that I let go bad. I had it seasoned perfectly. Then the second year, I took off the tar because I needed it for something else. Bam! It turns into cork, and it doesn't burn. It burns slow, and it burns wet. And here I am in Atlanta, Georgia, putting the fire on. I've already been busted twice by the fire department. And I'm waving, you know, this musty logs that are trying to take off. At any rate, I've switched over. I've got the coal heating up the logs. Look, it's got minimal smoke. And in spite of, you know, sirens going off all afternoon, and I'm freaking out, waving on it, but they weren't after me, so it's been a good day. Anyhow, let's cut that off. I want to take you to my garden, and it's a little bit, you know, off of what we're speaking about relative to mushroom cultivation, but I think for the start we basically covered it. Oh, here it is. Here's what I water them with. Of course, I'm, you know, very green, very sensitive things. I brought all this water up. I've got one right there, but it was closer to get them off of my other two rain barrels real close to the house because I had to get something else like the spawn and whatnot. So I carried it back here because, you know, every time you forget something, like the keys or your spawn or you get thirsty, man, it's a haul over there at the house. And I'm basically walking around in circles all day long. Let's cut it off. Let's